Recently, we've been undergoing a considerable cold snap. One sunny morning, we decided to get out and go for a walk. Along the way, this grass stalk caught my eye with its seeds dancing like a wind chime in the winter breeze. We continued on and paused to admire the snow on the pine trees and the dormant branches. The morning light cast an orange glow on the snow as the sun seemed to struggle to get over the horizon. The branches here bounced softly from the weight of the snow. The stillness in the air was broken by the chirps of a bird. Suddenly, my eye was drawn towards some movement on a tree. A small Downy Woodpecker searched the tip of a tree that he perched on for food. The soft glow of the morning sunlight cast weak shadows on the rugged bark of a large pine tree. And a splash of bright red berries were topped with a layer of snow. In the distance, I could see the tall pine trees swaying gently. At the lookout, I spotted another woodpecker searching a dying tree for food. Another woodpecker landed on the trunk a few feet up. As I watched, I realized there was a Downy woodpecker and a hairy woodpecker. Both species look quite similar, the main difference being size. I watched the acrobatics as the two birds hopped around on the tree.
Two woodpecker species right there. The hairy woodpecker below, and then the downy up above. You could definitely see the size difference.
I would like to mention, at this point, I was lying back on the snow, so I could have a steadier hand filming. I was impressed how they could hang on the underside of the branch.
Oh. Hey, my tree doesn't want to share.
And I was amused by the larger hairy woodpecker showing some territorial behavior and chasing its smaller relative away. You can see how the bark surface is slowly being stripped away. This tree may eventually lose its branches and become a ghostly shell, but it will continue to serve an important role by becoming a nesting habitat for various birds like woodpeckers, nuthatches, and possibly other tree nesting birds like mergansers or owls. The morning light lit up some diamond dust floating through the air. Diamond dust is a weather phenomenon that occurs in cold weather, at least minus 13 degrees Celsius, and is formed by tiny ice crystals freezing in the air. The particles also cause light pillars and sundogs, the latter of which I showed in another video of mine. I'll put a link in the description box so you can check it out. As I watched, snow was knocked off a nearby tree by a downy woodpecker. This image isn't upside down, it's looking up from when I was watching the woodpeckers. Eventually, I was chilled enough that it was time to move on. The snow continued to squeak under our boots as we walked. At the bird feeding station, I spotted some perfect squirrel footprints in the snow. He had launched off the boards as we approached. It was too cold to hand feed, so I laid out some birdseed, and the chickadees quickly approached. They were soon followed by a white-breasted nuthatch. Satisfied with the walk, we returned home. As always, thank you for watching and continuing to support our adventures. Please look forward to next time, when we continue to explore the creek valley.